the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family landscaping, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products, who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house, contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello.
Hello, Yeti Nation. What is happening, Paul Noecker?
Greg Beecher, what's up, you my man? Yeti Nation, hello. How's everybody doing?
It's good.
What a week.
Wow.
Another great week, man.
What a game, though. I mean, so we got treated, if anybody watched any Lacrosse Friday, I know I did. I watched Georgia Halifax. That game was good. I fell asleep before San Diego and Panther City was done, but I did watch it the next day. Another good game, San Diego. A way better defensive game, but I wonder if it really was a way better defensive game or if Panther City's offense just wasn't,
up to snuff.
Well, it's just Panther City's offense is definitely not Toronto Rock's offense.
Yep, that is true.
So when you're looking at it, and I mean, doubleheaders in this sport are crazy. I don't understand how anybody could do that in this. It is a very tough sport, and to try to no, thank you. They only play one game in football, and I get it because you watch these guys play these tournaments. But at this level, I just feel like it's something else, Maybe just me.
It's the parity is there, man. There's a lot of great games throughout everything, throughout the season. Sorry about that. I'm getting a phone call from Andy, and of course we got to talk now. No, we can't talk right now.
No,
we're
can't
Yeti
talk
talking.
right now.
We're Yeti talking.
We're Yeti talking. So, yeah, no, it's been a crazy weekend as far as watching the games. But I mean, we might as well jump right into the Albany game because we know that's really what we want to talk about. I want to talk about it.
Everybody wants to talk about Albany, no question. Yeah. I do.
Especially the guys that are watching the show. We know once Josh gets on, he might not be on yet, but he'll be on at some point, I'm sure. And
I see him jumping around right behind Dunkerley, right off the get-go. Couldn't get much quicker, huh?
No.
It was good.
Look at there. He trips his own player up and just comes through. Yeah. No, Albany definitely looked good. Ty Kurtz looking good. What a shot. When you watch this, though, there's like no room.
There's nothing there. There's really not even a shooting lane, and he just puts it on net.
Yeah. I love it.
I mean, not much. Not much. Dunk should have had that one, no question.
Watch Grennan, though. Just sacrifices himself right into him. He's like, I'm setting a pick. That guy is fun to watch. He is so entertaining.
He is that little gremlin, no question.
Yeah. See, the average age of the Firewolves is 25 years old, and you've got Alex Simmons up at the top. Ethan Walker, he had a hat trick, and we're going to talk about one of his goals coming up. Wow, he had a great night. Ty Kurtz, another rookie who, if it wasn't for Alex Simmons, everybody would be talking about Ty Kurtz, Rookie of the Year. Oh, my goodness, this is amazing. But instead, we're talking about, Alex Simmons because, well, he's playing like Alex Simmons, and he's got 54 points, 12 more points. He moves the ball very well. He's a great point guard out there.
Yeah. Yeah, all the way around there, all their offensemen they're playing solid ball. Everybody's playing their role, know when to go. Throwing their bodies into picks.
This
Nardell
guy is so much fun. Yeah, Travis Longboat.
Longboat, Paulus.
Yeah, no, their entire offense is They move the ball around pretty well. And on the power play, it started out pretty good for them. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go their way, but there's Gredin just tangling it up like he does. You see, everybody wants to punch him. I love it too. He is absolutely fearless and he is out there, and everybody wants. Yeah, he does a great job of getting under their skin. Travis Longboat, and like this is one a lot of guys watch it. And you're like, oh, Dunkerley should have had this, and I'm sure Dunkerley will say he should have had this, but he goes all the way across. Gets a beautiful screen and just unimpeded, nobody on his hand. Sam Firth, and this is something Sam Firth does really good. He sets the screen, and then who's the first one to the net in case that rebound pops out?
He's right there, right in front, hands squared up to the goal, right there.
Yeah,
He does a nice job.
boom. Yeah, he's facing that way. He's ready to go. And by the time they get out on Longboat, he does not shoot the hardest, but man, does he put it in some tiny, tiny places. He's so good with that stick.
Screen was on, and he definitely took advantage of that. Put it on net. You don't have to shoot 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, nice save, Dougie. He didn't
Nice
even see
effort.
it to the last minute. He gets over there just in time to pull it out.
You know,
Dougie-
size-wise, watching these guys, they had some size. Albany's a small team, offensively. Their players, when they're marked up against the defense of the opposing team, doesn't matter who it is, everybody seems so much bigger than these guys, and they just continue to take a pounding and keep on doing what they do.
Yeah, and this is why too, because he cuts through the middle, like you just said, Travis Longboat. But look at everybody comes into the middle. Patelli, first game back, he had a good game.
He did.
But yeah, Longboat gets in front of Noseworthy, gets his hands in front, and he's lethal. Look at the smile, I love it. You can tell they're
They're
having
playing.
fun.
They're loving playing together, no question. They got their game together. Dougie's playing solid.
Yeah, so they had the comic books, and it was the story of lacrosse. They did a really good job. If you went, checked it out. If not, you could probably find it online. But yeah, no, I think each team did something similar. It was great. And here's Dougie again. They called this one in the crease, but it didn't matter. He had actually stopped that one. Here's New York on the power play. And both of these teams were pretty lethal on the power play. But yeah, you can see he gets in. He sets the screen so the defender automatically is looking like, oh wait, where are we going? And then by the time the ball gets down there, he's all alone. McKiernan.
Yeah. That
What a
was
shot.
just a quick shot. Boom.
Well, it has to be. You see these guys that get the goalie moving, and it's not about how hard you shoot. It is about how fast you can shoot it. How fast you get it out of your stick.
In and out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's got to be that quick. In and out.
Yeah. Nardello looked great on face-offs.
Did an excellent job as far as on defense as well.
Yeah. Josh was in Syracuse. The comic book was actually really nice. Yeah, it was a great way to teach the game. I was a big fan of what they did with it.
And props to the NLL on doing it.
Yeah, no, and actually next week is Native American Indigenous.
They got the Shane. Is it Shane Thomas? Is that one of the dancers? He came and did a
smoke
dance.
Yeah, the smoke dancer. Yeah,
for us.
Yeah, he does it all over the NLL. They're great. We'll have to get their stuff and put it in the description, and I'll have to find it later. But I love this play right here. This is how you utilize the bench. You're going to see it in another game, too, later tonight when we look. But watch Ron John come off the bench and look at this stick check. Yeah, each team just had a different cover on it. But that's the way you're supposed to play, because he doesn't come out and he doesn't, throw a huge cross check, hit him in the back, anything like that. But just a beautiful slash right where it's supposed to be on the hands. And as soon as he gets in between, he just twists it. And I had to try to change the color on this and the contrast. The white gloves, those stupid Seafoam jerseys. But yeah, he prized it out there. Beautiful play, Ron John. That was cool. I love watching the guys that we recorded this summer. So I love when Sturos does something great. You see Ron John. Yeah, this was huge right here. And something that I've really picked up on. The guys that come up on transition, how smart you have to be with this. But Albany did a great job of shutting them down as far as making sure they match the transition. And look at Matisse. He's a monster over there on the far side.
Yeah, Ron John came out of the front door. As far as I'm sitting here looking at stats, as far as he had no shots on goal.
No, Ron John doesn't come out of the front door. He comes out of the D door.
It
That
was out the D door.
that was a defensive transition, yeah.
Okay.
Albany was coming down on offensive transition. And he just
Okay.
stood there, and as soon as the guy hit the box on the end, they used that 10-yard difference in the door.
Gotcha.
Here, yeah, I can explain it again. Oh, no, I went back. Not quite far enough. But yeah, see, they're
Okay, it was. I gotcha. I thought he came out the door.
no, he
when they
comes
was
out of
already
the
going.
no,
He
he's
came out the
coming out of
back
the
door.
D door. T is
Yeah.
coming, on the back check as he's coming. But you see, as soon as this guy crosses the line up there, boom, Ron John sees where the ball is going and just times it perfectly. You could see he actually could have went a half a second ago, but he sees, he looks at him, and as soon as he looks at him, then boom, he
He
comes
waited
out.
it out. Let
Yep.
him invited him to the green carpet.
He is one of those like freak athletes that just runs forever too. This guy never gets tired.
Well, when you're young and you're playing at this level, you gotta love what you're doing.
Yeah, and the game did get pretty chippy. And yeah, Tchaikovsky getting after Nishimura. The defense on Albany is not huge, but they play a very physical game. They do a good job of clearing out the net most of the time and getting those loose balls, and that really helps, Dougie with the stats. Yeah, so they gave him the 2-minute dead ball foul, 2-minute dead ball foul.
They went 4-on-4, didn't they?
Yeah, but then we had too many men, so it was actually 4-on-3.
Gotcha.
Or no, it wasn't. They did a double minor.
Yep.
Beautiful pickup. See, and this is what I mean. When you don't get the rebound, though, that's when things happen. You just give an extra shot. Now they get another reset. Teat's going to take it. They're on the power play for another minute, and both teams on the power play were good. But you could see, I think he thought he was going to pass it.
Well, you want to know what? That's the great thing about these guys that do shoot 13, 14 times a game. Now people are expecting that shot, and it's able to, look at the guy behind the goal right there. If he doesn't make it, guess what? At some point during this game, you're going to see that fake shot to this guy behind the net.
Yeah, that's Larson Sundown. He did not have his best game. I love watching him too. He's a fun player to watch, but he's one of those guys. I watched him play in the Buffalo Box tournament, then he ran up and played in the MSL that night. He's just another one of these guys that runs. They love playing the game. They play as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
And I tell you, Dougie looking good. He has been in rare form.
There was a couple times he had 3 saves right in a row. Boom, boom, boom. It was like, goodness.
Yeah, that's a big one. And Albany did a good job there picking up the rebound.
And away they go.
Now Albany looked like the better team. It especially right off the bat when they came out firing like that, it was like, oh wow, they were good. And again, he runs all the way through the middle, but they get the call.
Blast from behind.
Yep, he straight runs him over. But Albany was really good on the power play at the beginning.
If you take a look, every one of their feet are moving. Nobody except for this top guy waiting for the 6th guy to come down. But all of them are moving in sequence to each other.
Oh, this was a highlight I caught. I accidentally left that 9x6 in there. Sorry, guys. That happens from time to time.
That happens. Good step over. Great pass.
But I love that. He's the one that saved the possession. And then that ball is gone fast.
Hopefully Walker up in the air and just stuffing it home.
Yeah, this is why I actually caught it because, he saves the possession, goes down, gets it, digs it out. It's one of those passes, too. It's not necessarily right to the guy, but he knows it's only his guys there. And what a pass. I loved this one. That was great.
Right down in front of you guys.
Yeah, you can't expect Dunkerley to save that. Ethan Walker, that's the first one.
He does play a high arc. He comes off the pipes quite far, too.
He's not that big.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not a huge goalie by any. He stands tall. He doesn't bend down, but when he moves, he like you said, he's drastic because he steps out a lot. Yeah. No, Paulus, another great game for Paulus. And really, he was talking about the when they make the mental errors, they kind of let some guys go, gave some space. stuff like that, not getting the rebounds in front of the net. And honestly, though, I think Clark's genius, you got to look at how this team was drafted. Nobody thought this team was going to be here this year.
They definitely have put together a special squad. The young boys are stepping up. Their defense is playing stellar. They're playing stellar.
Yeah. I mean, really stellar. I think the defense has been playing great. They did have a lot of pieces there. They brought in some new pieces, but I think the big thing is the offensive play.
Watkinson, as far as he is leading those guys, what a great captain. They got a great captain. This is a great play.
Yeah, this is goal number 2. But look at, he gets himself put right in a headlock. It's hilarious.
Yeah, why didn't that defenseman come off that pipe and take him? And I know that's what they was talking about when they were talking about this. Instead of standing there holding the pipe trying to protect it, he had the opportunity. He chose the pipe.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Patelli that was getting put in the headlock, I believe. Oh no, it's Firth. It's Sam Firth. Yeah, Firth gets totally put in a headlock, and Walker just buries it. You see that last week? We saw the same thing. Like you said, the guys go for it. They try to play goalie instead of trying to go for the stick or get the stop. It's got to be frustrating, especially for your goalie.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
like you kind of got in my way there.
The goalie interference. He had possession.
Yeah, and that was so it was on the pickup because he had possession in it. I was surprised that doesn't happen more, but you do see a lot of guys just kind of stay away from the goalie when they get it. But the Albany power play off the start, Simmons, and that's that big step out and that big arc. You see him do it, and Simmons loves that 5-hole.
He's got the knack. That top side, hands are free.
Yeah, beautiful shot. And here again, Albany gets the reset. We talk about it all the time. That's the most important thing. I love when the helmets get knocked off because it's always like, how did that happen? And there's no penalty. I mean, sometimes it does happen, but it really makes you wonder. But wow.
Great look. Another great look.
Yeah. What a pass. And Kurtz just freaking. Yeah, you could see he's stoked as well. And that's Grennan. And that's, again, one of those hustle plays. He does so much for the offense. He doesn't necessarily score as many goals. What he does off ball is more important. He does get quite a few assists, but off ball is way more important. Dougie.
Mike Falvo. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah. He's getting ready for the Worlds. He was pretty excited about it. Talk to him.
Yes. He's going to be representing well.
Yeah. No, and then Dougie bails out the defense, make sure he picks it up. Controlling the rebounds is a big part, but there you see. And that's Keogh. I love that little swipe every time after he scores.
Little earth shaker.
Yeah.
Not much to shoot at there, and just got him a ball's width away from the pipe and
then does it again right here. That's
right
not a replay of the other. Yeah.
No,
Dougie is not happy with himself. You see him turn right around into the net. He's just like, and look at Josh's face. He's like, really again, Dougie? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
But yeah, so Keogh is good. And then, at this point now, he's like, okay, we made some mistakes. Albany's fast. You got to run with him. But the offense really, I think Albany had the right answer for them. The high pressure, they didn't play well with it. You see some teams, because when you get beat big. And when you have Dougie back there and the way he plays, where, like you said, the outside shot is not always his best. But if you have a team that puts pressure on, he is definitely good enough to get most of the shots. And if you have your defense putting it on, it's going to make it hard for you to hit those little spots as he sits on the goal line and plays with that style. But 10,000 minutes for Jamison?
Yeah, 10,000 minutes for him.
Yeah.
Another record.
And right here, look at the goals against average. Daymoods, this was before the weekend. He had a terrible Sunday.
Terrible Sunday.
Oh, bad Sunday. This Daymoods not even close anymore, I bet. I'll have to look it up later.
Well, Rose is definitely hot right now.
Yeah.
Rock looks good too.
Look at that pass from Grennan as he gets laid out in the back.
Laid out
off the pipe.
Going down and gets it off.
Yeah, and then look at that pickup from Patelli, though, and then look at that.
Wide open.
and Grennan buries it. I love it. And then he flies away. But that all started with his, laying out to ensure they kept possession, and a beautiful job. I loved it. All the Marvel costumes. That was a good time. Albany's doing a good job putting it on, but how about Patelli just as he, secures the loose ball, first game back, and look at this play. Just having the wherewithal to get it up.
Going down and has his head up. Eyes are open, sees the guy standing there all alone.
How many hours with is that with the stick? Because it definitely wasn't in your best throwing position. It was just there. Yeah, it was a huge, nice play, Patelli. That was awesome. He had a great night. But right here, you can see Watkinson's
box.
not happy. What a check right there, though.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Just whoop. Right on the hands. Perfect check.
Right on the hands. Right across the wrist. How does that feel? It hurt.
Yeah.
Teed out of the box, flying. Puts the brakes on. Steps back, rip.
Such a hard. I mean, as a defender, you're assuming Teet's going to try to get in and try to dive or do something, but instead he pulls up, and you can see took Dougie for surprise, took Watkinson for surprise, and that's why he's got 37 goals as of that point.
Yeah. Right around, they were talking about, I'm trying to think of the words to say, as far as they were making reference to Teet, and very similar to coaching Buffalo
Tavares.
there. Tavares.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I chose him first.
Yeah. No, definitely. And, oh, wait. I wanted to see this saved by Dougie one more time. How about this one, though? Wide open in front, gets the arm up, and grabs the rebound. That was
a blocker save, and comes up with an outlet.
And there's Paulus with the little backflip. I love that.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a beautiful.
Hands are free. Lets it fly.
Doesn't shoot at 100 miles an hour, but places it exactly where it needs to go. It's just outside the stick. And that's the thing. I mean, you see a lot of these guys, they shoot it hard. You try to get that stick to bend as the goalie's going down when they're trying to hold it. Or you see like Longboat and Paulus, they aim for like your feet. Right next to your foot where that stick curves up just a little bit. If you bend it at all too, now they've got you. And so we go into halftime 9-5. And really, they came out flying again. But this hit right here, stupid. There's a pick.
Stupid.
And it cost him. I love it. Then he steps like he's going to drive in. He says, never mind, we'll get out. We'll set this offense up. Beautiful little behind the back from Paulus. And this one right here is my favorite goal.
That was a nice shake.
Everybody.
There's ankles breaking left and right here.
Yeah. That's why I played it with Thunderstruck. He's shaking at the knees as you see Wild here just big. But not one cross check. Everybody's trying to play goalie.
Yeah. Yeah, put some body on him.
Yeah. I mean, I get why Wild jumps in and he's trying to block the shot, but really, not one, and he just makes you look silly. Ethan Walker, wow, that was gorgeous. And then they get a holding the stick penalty. But I'm telling you, I don't think anybody was expecting like Grennan and Kurtz and Simmons to score as much as they did. But look at Longboat. That's just such a smart play.
Reset the clock.
Well, they're not the biggest
fresh.
guys, but you got to know where that ball's going to be like Gretzky, when you play. Don't go where the ball is. Go where it's going to be.
Where it's going to be. Exactly.
This is Patelli's move right here. He sprints in hard, and if you don't get on his hands, he's got a pretty good shot from the outside.
Step down. Hands are free. Rips.
Yeah.
Nice reset. And let's do it again.
Yeah, the reset is huge.
Many of them.
Boom. And here we go again. That play right there. And thank you very much for the penalty. But what a nice play. But they end up taking 2 penalties instead.
Right.
So he gets the one up top and then the one down at the bottom.
How's the crowd? They didn't show a lot of the crowd other than where you guys are standing for the goals. Decent sized crowd?
I believe we were close to a record attendance, actually.
Awesome.
They're getting better. It doesn't hurt when your team is playing like this.
Well, you're tied for first place, in my opinion. Well, they're a game behind because they haven't played as many as the Rock.
Yes. Yeah. And like Josh just said, with Dyson Williams coming in soon, this offense is going to be lethal.
Yeah.
But
well, he's got to find his position. But
just
who's he
look
going to
at that.
take out?
How do you move? How do you stop that?
Exactly. Well, why would you all of a sudden? Is he that good of a player that he's going to? Who are you taking off that offense right now?
That's
They're
true.
clicking. I mean, they got their hours together. They know what each other's doing. They know when the cuts are coming. You know, that behind the back pass that Paulus throws there is deadly.
Yeah.
You know, who do you take off?
Yeah.
That's the question.
It's a tough call, really. I mean, because there's oh boy, and even Charlie Kitchen. I mean, I have not paid attention. I wonder what he. So yeah, just over 4,400. Best game attended this year.
4,400.
Yeah, that's
nice.
huge.
That is nice.
No,
it's a big ring.
It's a big place. It's tough to it doesn't look full ever, unless you really get it. But there's a behind the back and then the extra little shot, but then he comes flying down here and the shot in the back. So now two officials.
That's the one they went to see if it was a major or minor, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yep.
Yep.
And then he buries it. But oh, look at that one.
Just extended and put him on his back.
Yeah.
I love this sport.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. And unfortunately, they can also move the ball, but they don't have Dougie, and it doesn't matter because this is why I say your defense has to clear the rebound.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was always taught
the sticks. That was 92, right?
Yeah, that's Kiernan. He is so fast.
Kiernan. Yep.
And look at Tchaikovsky's like, yeah, that's on me. He gets the shot, picks it up, gets the rebound. Nobody touches him.
Basically falling away. That was the fall away jump shot.
Yeah. Look at that. Lays him.
Look at the size of the difference, though. I mean, that's a big boy.
That's an elbow right to the face. Yeah, Byrne definitely took that's a big shot. It's crazy when you see how big these guys are.
They're big. And that's half the battle is, they're not necessarily going for the head, but the Albany guys are so much shorter. Nice outside shot.
That's Sundown, and like I said, he's one of those guys. He doesn't necessarily have the hardest shot, but where did he put that? Just in between Dougie's ankle and where it needed to be.
Yep.
Oh man, he's another one of those guys. I think the defense did a good job. Help, especially shorthanded here though. You don't want to score that, but this longboat. Oh, he missed it. The same thing. Paulus threw that behind the back. The goalie has no idea what's happening.
Not a clue. He followed him. Hopefully we can put that into our repertoire. We got guys that can play like that, and it's like you put Blaine on the backside. It's wide open. It hit him in the elbow, not even knowing where it was.
Yeah, he's still looking at Paulus. The ball's already hit him. Oh wait, he got another chance, and it didn't quite. Yeah. You could see Walker was like, "What do you mean that didn't go in?" Yeah. Oh my goodness.
2 weeks in a row. That's a great setup.
It's a tough play, man.
Very, very, very
genius.
Yeah.
And oh man, could you imagine him 1-goal game? So they give Sturos a hold on that one. It's tough. You see a lot of times, guys, they let go of the stick. They could have gotten him for a hold on this one. He kind of pulls him down, but they do a good job. And here's that replay right off the elbow, off the back, scoops it, and not able to watch on the scoop.
Great play.
So close. That was a beautiful check by the defender, though. That's when you grab the stick instead of trying to play goalie because he didn't allow that guy to get that.
To get the right shot, correct.
Yeah, what a beautiful pickup by Batiste, though. Off the rebound, Dougie tries to get over, can't quite get over. There's us.
That's up. That's the one shot they showed of you guys. That's the entire time. I'm like, you can barely see. Oh,
look at that. Oh, what a pickup. And Grennan, he's so much fun to watch. Oh man, that would
Diving
have
and
been
scooping
gorgeous.
and picking it up at the same time.
He's just fast too, and he never stops moving out there on offense. You'll see him stand behind the net a little bit to try to draw the defender down, but other than that, he's like a little pinball wizard out there, just flying everywhere. And Colton Watkinson, so smart not to rush the shot, waits until the goalie. You imagine? You ever tried to do this, Paul? You played goalie a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I've the getting backwards. It is probably easier to go backwards just because the pads aren't in front of you. But you got a player that knows you're out of position. You just got to make one move, and that's basically what he did, and it's a wide open goal.
Yeah, he's been a great leader, and those smart plays, the IQ he's got is pretty impressive. Oh man, but here they started it a couple times. Dougie gets a few big saves, but Albany likes to they like to make it interesting sometimes.
Well, New York's not. It's a no joke. They're a good team.
I tell you,
They got
Dunkerley,
players.
yeah, Dunkerley's good too. I think the better he gets. I would expect year 2 in Ottawa they're going to be really good next year. They're obviously going to be better if they can hold this team together. And you don't know with injuries, but I just see Dunkerley getting better and better. He's a young goalie, and I think just like Christian Del Bianco kind of really came into his own last year, blossomed. He might not be playing this good this year. He's only 6 years old. He's been playing for 8 years in the NLL.
He was that young when he started.
He was 18.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And there's Simmons' hat trick goal to finish her off.
Getting her done.
Yeah. Oh wait,
There
I had one more Dougie highlight, but then oh, we went back to it anyways.
We went back.
I was determined to get back there. There we go. Two
There
more
it is.
saves from Dougie. He played great.
He did. Solid defense.
The defense played good, and there's the save numbers right there. But you can see
He
New
didn't
York.
go for that 2-game goal streak.
No, but
Had an
Dunkerley,
opportunity.
he did too, but
Right
he
here.
does not.
Right here, he could have launched it.
And instead, he waits, throws it off. Surprise who? And look at, oh my goodness, what a shock. Grennan's got somebody fired up and they want to beat him. I'm completely surprised by that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the rat. You got to have a rat that's going to get out there and get in guys' grills and sometimes take the shot to draw that one power play, and you don't know.
Yeah, I just think of him more.
He's got to have a heck of a chatter.
I think of him more like Sonic the Hedgehog, though.
He's
just flying. I don't even
Yeah.
know if it's that he's saying anything. I think he just, because he pisses him off, he doesn't take anything from him. He doesn't let him push him out. They'll smash him, and you see he just kind of smiles at him, runs around, turns around, and he gets up underneath him. And as soon as he can get up underneath him, us shorter guys, that's, what you got to do. You get up underneath, and you can see he pushes him off balance, and then he spends a lot of time with a second or two with his hands free in front. I think as he gets more and more time in the league, if he can hold up to the punishment he's putting his body through, I think he's going to be amazing. But yeah, oh my goodness, that he's just so much fun to watch.
It's great to see. Enjoying the season as it's progressing through, getting fired up for this coming weekend. We got a lot going on in Yeti Nation. Tryouts. It's that time of year. Very excited. Numbers are spectacular. Very excited. Good core of new guys coming through. So fired up. All
right, Josh. So we'll see you at tryouts. You were just in Syracuse. You get a chance to look at the Nexus Center. We'll let us know how it is when you get out there and try it. It really wouldn't hurt, Josh. You should show up. Give it a go. You never know.
Come on out. As far as we do actually have some guys that are just getting back into it and aren't really wanting to participate in the game concept, but they want to be practice and learn the game. What better way to learn? You got an assistant USA coach as the head coach. Him and Tony and Johnny are working together, doing great things, getting the guys fired up at times, and excited to see new faces. Excited to see the old faces. We got a lot of guys that are coming back, so we're excited. We're happy to see some players head out to other teams, that means the growth is there. As far as Patty going to Seneca, that's huge. Uh, Helping them run their program, that's awesome, and it's only going to help the growth.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's got to help it. Things are getting big. It's nice to see that they've got another team because it was a little nerve-wracking when, if you heard maybe the Seals aren't going to make it, and it's like, well, who are not the Seals, the Eels. I'm staring at the Seals score right now. That's why I was a little thrown off on it, but oh man, you know how it is.
Yeah, I do. Excuse me about that.
Oh,
Yeah, great stuff going through. As far as Josh, you're asking, what are the groupings of the New York State teams? I think that it speaks by itself in regards to who's number one, and then we go down from there. Buffalo is on a losing streak, man. Rochester snapped a losing streak, and as far as New York, they're still a very good team.
It is, but it's
and they're
got to be
still in the
Albany.
playoff hunt. It's
Got to be
Albany.
Albany. But
number one.
who are you putting above right now, New York or Buffalo?
Who am I putting above, New York or Buffalo?
Who do you have more? Who's got a higher rank in your opinion, New York or Buffalo?
Wow, I honestly, you got to go with Buffalo still.
I'm not. I'm saying I don't know what's going on with Matt Vince. We're gonna have to try to find out. But I say without
that
Matt,
right there is a huge aspect, though.
Without Matt Vince,
huge aspect.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, without Matt Vince, there is no way. Yes, you should do a cross promotional Utica Yeti Albany Firewolves. We're gonna have to try to set that up. We'll see what we can do, but that's a great idea. But yeah, so the Georgia Swarm, Halifax Thunderbirds, that was an amazing game. Definitely look for the highlights. I'll be posting a few more. Wow, me and Stamp are going to talk about a few plays on that. So you watched the San Diego Panther City game, Paul. I'm going to let you talk about that for a little bit.
I did.
I thought you said you did.
No.
Oh no, the Toronto Rock Vegas game. Never mind.
Vegas game.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I was
Rock Vegas. San Diego Panther City game, much better goaltending, but like I said, I think that the Panther City offense is just not as potent as the Rocks. You watched the Rock offense on the Desert Dogs. Tell us about that game.
There's a reason why they're number one. Those guys are solid all the way around. Boucher, however you want to say. Holy goodness gracious. Schreiber.
Boucher and Schreiber, Matthews, yeah, that's been since Schreiber's back.
You go right down the list of them, and who's stepping up to be the big dog. As far as Boucher, he was huge on Friday night. He was huge. For that's why they're number one in the league. They got great defense. They got a great goalie. They got an incredible offense.
One thing nobody's talking about is Vegas was able to score 11 goals on them. That's not bad. Toronto's got a pretty good defense. They've got Rose playing. Rose is probably goalie of the year this year when you look through it. I don't know. Dougie's had a great year as well. It's hard to completely rule out Dougie. I forget that he didn't really start those two games because he was hurt and didn't stay in the one very long. So yeah, that's tough.
Hannah. Vegas. I'm curious as far as why Charlie Bertrand is getting the healthy scratches. Wondering if he's a trade prospect. I'm not sure, but last week we watched him. He played a solid game, had a goal, and other than goalie making a couple of really good saves, he could have had a possible hat trick last week, and all of a sudden he's a healthy scratch again. That's interesting. That's for sure.
It seems weird that you would do it with a guy that, unless you don't
traded for.
Right. Well, one, you traded for him. Two, I don't know, but you think he's not going to get more box experience sitting on the bench. And at this point in the year, it's not like you're going anywhere, Vegas.
No.
So, like you said, maybe they are thinking a trade. But what happened here? This game wasn't on ESPN Plus right away. This game right here, though. My goodness, Paul Noecker.
My goodness.
Nobody picked that, and that's why I say 100% New York is ahead of Buffalo right now.
It's with the goalie scenario they have going on right now. There's definitely it makes Buffalo a question mark.
It is. Orleman didn't look good either. He got in. I am
No.
going to go through and look. I saw some of the highlights a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to watch that game. We'll see. I skipped right over the Calgary game because me and Owen, we're doing a live with Anton on Thursday.
Awesome.
So check that out. We'll be live talking that game. We've got all the highlights clipped. I'm going to send them to him already. But we just talked about Albany and the Riptide. But the Rush beating the Mammoth. The Mammoth, this is when they needed to start turning things around, and to lose to the Rush like this, and the Rush have been in the bottom. We'll look at the standings before we're done here, but wow, is that a shock to me.
That was a bad game for the Mammoth. That's for sure.
Yeah, they were, that was bad. But now we're talking Toronto, and we're talking San Diego.
San Diego and Toronto. What a good game.
It was beautiful. Now, you got a chance to watch the beginning of it, you said. What did you think watching the game? I don't think anybody thought there was going to be that much goal scoring at the beginning. It was insane. Like
it was
just
back
seemed
and forth, just back and forth. You're walking out of the first period with 11 goals on the board.
walking out of the first period. How about this? They were still interviewing somebody when this goal happened. Huh? Yeah, they were interviewing when all of a sudden Schreiber just buries it. First shot of the game, buries it by Alighieri. And this is tough for him. He's had a pretty good year. Very shaky start. He's not going to be happy with it. And here's something I picked up on, though. The first 4 face-offs, Trevor Baptiste lost.
Yeah.
This was
definitely
beautiful.
It was a darn near 50-50 concept. He wasn't the threat that he always has been.
No, but when you consider how bad he did at the start, it makes the rest of the game he was fairly dominant. He just had a terrible start. They were a lot closer, but when you consider, like, they show a stat at one point and they say that he won 3, and I was like, I just watched it. He definitely did not win those, so I don't know. It's interesting to see how the stats break down. But Dunbar, you want to talk about taking advantage of getting a chance? He played only because Dixon was a healthy scratch, and Jacob Dunbar looking good.
Put it right over his shoulder.
Yeah. What a way to start things out for you. Beautiful.
Career has begun.
And nice and tight. Yeah, see, first ever, our first NLL goal of the season. He might have played before, but I don't think so. But here, again, beautiful. And Baptiste is trying to maul him, but
Matthews coming down the gullet.
And he buries it. Here's something that, Bushi does not allow the defender to go over and play Matthews. You notice because when I first was watching the replays, I was like, why is nobody on him? And then you look and it's like, oh, because Bushi stayed wide. So if he came in, then there was nobody left to cover him.
Right.
All right. So see, here's 3 or 4. Yeah, that's 3 faceoffs. No, plus the start. So that's 4 faceoffs he's won in a row. And look at this hit on Stotts. And when you play that bruiser style like he does, everybody wants to get a piece.
And they get it.
That's Corbell. Well, Corbell, and he played great too. He does definitely embellish a little bit. Corbell had a great game. Dan Littner, though, comes down. What a screen, though. You can see Bushi I'm sorry, that's not Bushi. It's
Seals off the guy.
Yeah.
Defender doesn't slide down to pick him up. Hands are free. Puts it over his shoulder.
Dowick.
Beats the goalie.
Yeah, beautiful play by Dowick getting on the screen. And here's something Rose does really well. All the top goalies you see do it. They're so fast they're ready to pass on that transition.
Pick the ball, put it in your stick, and get it out.
But look at this change right here, though. I mean, that was beautiful. He comes off the bench, and that's San Diego knowing. Hang on, I'm going to go back real quick so we can look. So as soon as they take the shot, boom. Watch him up top. He's going. Right off he's off the floor. And it allows the defense to come on. They took advantage of the bench. Nice play, and now they're going to score. But this is a big play. Belgrave, he was injured, so he's been back for a little bit now. But just stopping, giving the guy a chance, making that defender, Toronto's got to commit. Are we going to try to cover him? Are we going to try to cover the offensive player that just came out for San Diego? And you're definitely picking the offensive player.
Got to get the ball to stats.
Yeah. And he sets the screen. Beautiful play, and what a drive and a goal by Stotts.
Just a great, keep the feet moving.
Yeah.
Feet are moving, diving a bit, basically falling away, not diving away, but falling away. Gets it on the opposite side of Rose.
Yeah, that's Kyle Jackson. I forgot his name, even though I looked at this highlight like a million times. So that whole play started essentially because Kyle Jackson took off early to make sure the defense could get on the transition. As soon as he realized they weren't coming up with the rebound, he takes off, gets to the bench. It allows the defense to make the play, comes back on, sets the screen. That's not something that'll ever make the stat sheet, but a beautiful a beautiful play by Kyle Jackson that otherwise goes unnoticed. So I don't know. I know there's only like 5 of us that watch this, including Josh. Thank you, Josh. But beautiful play by Kyle Jackson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although Lacrosse TV is talking about streaming our show now.
Well,
so that might be
love to have him on. Yeti Nation growing, right?
That's right. And what a flip
what a
here.
Great setup. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This play though, Leclerc had a great game, but as soon as he sees that defender, look at his head the whole time.
Eyes are up the whole time.
Eyes are up. He's staring at him, and as soon as he sees Desnu come over, he's like right over the top, and Berg catch, buries, and lands.
Solid play.
It's Mazuka. Yeah, as soon as he sees him going, he just, boom, beautiful play. But no, Baptiste struggled, and now he starts to turn it around. But this play right here, so, yeah, I understand if he scores, everybody's going to say it's a great play. It's 3-on-1. You're not that great of a goal scorer to begin with.
Right.
You're shooting on Nick Rose. Yeah, you won the faceoff, but this should barely count as a win. He shoots it right at Nick Rose's chest. And boom. But like I said, if he scores, of course, everybody's like, "Oh, Baptiste, great job." But
on the opposite side of that, though, Greg, he did run into the traffic. Once you get the triple team put on you, what else do you have to do?
Dump it behind you where you've got 3 guys. If you've got 3 guys on you, it means that when you dump it behind you, it's 2 on 4 in your favor.
Right. Yeah.
You should be able to win that loose ball. Especially if you've done it enough times that you kind of know where your guys are going. Like I said, Trevor Baptiste is a absolute specimen to watch physically, but sometimes he does stuff like that, and you're just like, oh my god. And he's great, but I really think TD Ierlan, wow, did he look great on the faceoffs?
That's definitely helped Toronto immensely.
Well, that's huge. I mean, you see, it's part of what's killing Buffalo. And Toronto did a great job making sure they've got him and they're going. And now you're going to see this is Corbeil. This is a guy that laid out Stotts, takes the shot, rebound picked up by Matthews, and wow.
Feet never stopped moving there.
Never stopped. But Matthews just picks that up off the end boards in one fell swoop. It's crazy. Just pick it up, spins it around, boom.
Cutter coming down through wide open, hits him.
Yeah.
Matthews is a huge man.
Yeah, he's huge too. But you see, nobody covers Corbeil because of who they've got on the other side. They're like, with the offensive threats down there. See, so right now, they say that it's 5-2. And when you look through the rest of the game, that's why I say after Baptiste comes on, he comes on pretty strong. Right. Because he ends up, so they give Toronto 13 faceoff wins. So at this point, he's got 5. He gets 7 more in the rest of the game with 20-something to go. So Baptiste does a pretty good job the rest of the night.
He starts taking it the rest of the way. Yeah.
But I mean, still kudos TD Ierlan being able to face off against him like that, to be one of the greatest. He's, I think, hands down one of the greatest. But how about this goal? My goodness. Like, no room. And doop.
Literally no room right there.
Yeah.
Nothing there. It's got a little lucky spin, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week, really.
Well, doesn't hurt sometimes.
No. No, but they challenged this one, and I believe they said it was inconclusive to overturn the call. So this is why it is so important to get those calls.
Yeah.
So this one counts from Leclerc, but inconclusive, so they go with the original ruling on the field. Good goal.
Good goal.
And you'll see this bite San Diego later. I don't know. Did you see that clip I posted on Facebook for our thing going tonight? We're gonna get to the clip towards the end of the
No,
game.
I didn't.
All right, we'll get to it after. I won't even talk about it now then. But
Is that
Bushi,
the Stotts goal?
no goal.
No. Okay, no goal.
Look at that Bushi. This is just lightning fast. Schreiber. So Bushi, perfect two-man game. Sets the pick. Everybody's looking at Schreiber. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Schreiber's definitely going. And by the time he can get over, it's too late.
Too bad. Too late. Bushi's wide open in the middle, hands free. Good night.
Yeah. No, Bushi has definitely gotten way better since Schreiber's been back, and I see him continue. And everybody just loves to beat on Stotts. I don't know why. But this ends up, this play right here. So watch the top corner of the screen. So you've got Desnoo, I believe, going into the bench. You've got Schreiber coming out.
There's the cross check on his hip right there.
Yeah. And
They
he goes
call it?
down. Yes. But
Oh,
they
they
call
did?
it on Schreiber, who's coming out onto the floor.
It's right on that hip bone.
Yeah.
Sometimes if your arms are up just high enough, that hip or that rib pad sits down usually, but you crack that hip bone. Oh,
Yeah, they called it
That's
on
a nice
Schreiber
setup.
though, and then this is a power play goal. But I mean, just look at that pass.
Yeah.
How he threads the needle of a pass and just boop.
It's hours and hours and hours of practice. That's where that comes from.
And it
So
looks like he like ping
uh,
pong paddles it in almost. He's so fast. Rose
Right.
shutting him down.
Shut them right down. Hey, Greg, how many slap shots when you played hockey back in the day?
Oh, we
how many
shoot 200
slap-
pucks a day.
Absolutely. You know, and that's what these guys have done their entire lives. You know, just whether it's behind the backs or whatever. Another great setup, fake shot up to the top
Boom.
and hit a ball size opening.
Yeah. And that's one of those where they have, the stick has eyes. You have to shoot from up higher and come down behind the net. But yeah, see Baptiste starting to look more like Baptiste.
Yep.
And he handily wins a majority of them afterwards. But Corey Small, he's been on fire. Matthew setting the screen, doing what he does best, just helping the offense.
Number 7 wasn't little number 7 that kid that came out of the ALL, wasn't he on the Rock?
That's the Thunderbirds. That's Aaron
That's
Woods.
Right. That's right.
And he's
Wrong
been
Canadian.
Oh my goodness, he's been on fire. But here
Nice
goes
stuff,
terrible offensive set for San Diego, and whoop.
Finish.
And again, on that one, they go to I believe it was indecisive, so it's a goal. But that was
second quarter is going to slow down just a little bit. That's for sure.
the third quarter, that completely, yeah. The first 2 quarters, it was kind of a shooting match. Dobie looking good. Everybody looked amazing on offense. The defense, you're kind of going, hey guys, are we going to try to stop them at some point here? Because, Austin Stotts, that's a guy once you're looking at him like that, good luck.
He's beat you.
Yeah. Well, look at the momentum he gets though, because he knows what he's doing. So he starts like a little jog. Look, I'm going to pass it off. Desnoo goes to cross check, and as soon as he goes to set it, he just kind of pushes him down, gets past him, and he's way too strong to try that little one-handed check afterwards.
Look at that fake that he gets Rose to move and just opens up that other side.
Yeah, head up the entire time watching him. Rose played pretty good. Yep. He's definitely, I think, a contender for goalie of the year. And this play, Schreiber, so fast out of his stick. As soon as he decides, he's looking head up. Yeah, ESPN Plus was definitely struggle busting. Sorry that some of these clips are a little messed up. Yes,
I
the
thought
controversy
that
in the Buffalo Vancouver game we will talk about at the end. I did find that. And because I even asked, she was like, no. She's afraid. So Josh's girlfriend said that he can't try out for the Yetis. That's amazing. But
come
yeah,
and cheer us on. That's all I ask. Come cheer us on.
absolutely.
Come to practice. Come to the tryouts and just watch. We got a great number of guys looking to fill some spots.
Yeah. No, it's good. You got a bunch of guys this year, but look at that's a huge pickup there. And we talk about it all the time. Offensive rebounds really are huge, but watch this. This is going to be a pretty big hit up top.
A little too much business.
I believe that was a play. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's coming up next.
Nice outside ripper. Used the defender as a screen and shot right around him.
Yeah, so back and forth we go, and just look at now Origlieri. This is really when I thought of the third quarter, goalie save, goalie save, goalie saves. All of a sudden you see the goalies are getting back into it. And now the players are getting into it. It's Westberg and Mitch DeSnew. It got chippy. The third quarter was definitely a defensive battle. A lot of chippiness, bunch of beautiful saves. And there's the first goal. What a rip.
Nice ripper. Nice ripper.
But again, that's cutting across the middle. It's so hard for the goalie to stay on point as far as trying to play the right angle when you're up top. Watch this cross check. Bloop, right up in the face.
Little bit too high.
Yeah, so that's a 5-minute.
Yep. All day.
Yeah, that's an easy one for the ref. He's like, okay, that's 5.
Yeah.
I really like how they call it 5 and then just review it. That I did not understand though.
No boarding.
No boarding, no push. And he definitely gives him a shot. I guess because he kind of hits sideways in with his hip first, but what a goal.
Kept the ball hot, took one for his team.
Yeah, Dobie, beautiful play. I love those underhanded goals coming around and just it looks so nice.
Good hustle right there. Good save. Take the goalie out.
But who gets the penalty on that?
Well, there was a push from behind, no question. That's why he went into the goalie.
But he got the rough. He got a rough. They didn't call any of that. They called the roughing afterwards. He stands up and gives him a little shot. Nothing
because he pushed him into his goalie.
Because he pushed him into his goalie, which is basically what I think the ref said. He's like, we're going to let bygones be bygones because, yeah, he did go into the goalie hard, but I tell you what, you gave him a little push.
Yeah, they're a little shove.
And actually later you're going to see that they don't take the retaliation penalty and they score on the power play.
Yep.
This I always get so nervous because everybody's like, 7 seconds and then we go. Couple times I've seen these guys score on the empty net, and it's like, ooh, was it worth it? Because if that guy picks that rebound up an extra second early,
he's got the option to just launch it down there. Yeah.
Yeah, Bushi wasn't able to, but Belgrave playing great so far. Bushi definitely a better second half of the season or the second part of the season now that we're just entering the second half. He started out pretty cold. I think having Schreiber back has been huge, and Matthews just steps down and rips it. Mark Matthews.
So going to show that highlight. Well, look how far up in the air that stick is when he rips that shot. He comes over the top here. He's all of 6'5", isn't he? So that thing's up there close to 7 foot up in the air. It just brings the hammer on it.
Yeah.
Poof. Stings the net.
That's crazy.
Nice pick.
could have been a nice play, but not letting them pick up the loose ball and that feed back to him. Oh my goodness. That one-handed pass from Mark Matthews just, what do they call it? Taking the dog for a walk. They could have maybe called the
where's the ward here? He put his hands around his head to get around him.
Yeah. But
Couldn't that
Corey's
be an offensive holding right there? Could have
Yeah.
been, but it happens so fast. Look at that shot.
Yeah.
Look at that shot. Just a one-handed strength and takes it in.
But look at nobody took a penalty. They were smart. Everybody's, hey, here's your stick. Here's your stick. I'm good. And here comes the power play. And Leclerc continuing. But it's because he definitely thought Stotts would shoot. The way they're stepping down the whole time, ready to fire.
Yeah.
Just going. And beautiful pass out. Leclerc scores. But this is big. That's when you need the face-off guy. I say it all the time. Like right now it's 12-12. You get that face-off after you score, you get down here, you score again. What a goal, Stotts. That's where Baptiste, this is where your face-off guy matters more than anything. And yes, TD Ireland, or Ireland, I think is how it's pronounced, did a great job. Or is it Ireland? But
that's how I've always heard it. Yeah.
Gotcha. But Stotts 3, I just love how excited Austin Stotts gets when he scores.
Well, the effort he puts into most of them.
Yeah, look
Usually he's taking a beating of some sort. He's excited that he didn't take a cross check of some sort.
Yeah. Haha, I didn't get hit at all for that one. I love it. He's just stoked. He's always, super excited. Happiest guy.
Fourth goal of the game, he's ripping it up. Look at that. Great moves.
Yeah, but what you missed was what was happening
the pick up on top. Yeah.
You call it a pick, I guess. It's a cross check right to the.
He got pushed into him.
He got pushed into him.
He put his arms up the block. He was falling down.
Well, they kind of agree with you because I believe they call this one 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been the 5, but it wasn't. He was getting pushed from behind.
Yeah. Upon further review, they gave him 2 because, like you said, he did get pushed. Here, this is the one I'm talking about, though. Stotts gets the loose ball, takes the shot. And they call this no goal.
Toe on the line.
Inconclusive evidence to turn it over. But because they called it no goal to begin with, I think I see green there. I think he got gypped. This could have been a 2-goal lead with 5, but they said inconclusive. Because when I pause it here, it looks like I see green between that line right there.
You able to blow that up any or no?
I don't think so.
No. It does. I have to agree with you with that right there. But that toe also, I don't know. Hey, Greg.
Hey, I'm gonna blow it up. I just didn't want to do it all on the big screen because we don't need all that,
right.
While I'm doing all the zooming and everything. But here we go. And there you have it. Oh boy.
That's where it sucks where the officials let him play. What a great effort. You know what?
Because right there.
I don't think his toe right there. His toe's not, but when he's
as he's
ready
rolling,
for the takeoff, the top of the toe rolls onto the white. I think.
What a goal that would have been too. Look at him. He's like, throw the flag, throw the flag, throw the flag. They throw the flag, and it doesn't matter.
It didn't help.
He says, "Yeah, go ahead, throw the flag, but you know what? It's gonna be inconclusive, bud."
Inconclusive. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah, we called it no goal. There's one more play of what looked like a beautiful goal that they don't count.
No goal.
Yeah, it took him a little while too. I did like the commentator when he was sitting there. He's like, "And there we go." But yeah, so they wave it off. Inconclusive. But right here, what a check that was. But and that's what happens when you actually put your body into him.
Yeah.
then follow through with the stick. Beautiful.
Hip on hip, right where it was, stick on stick.
Nice knockdown. They come down on the next possession.
Wide open, nice feed to the front.
Yeah. But right here, you'll see Toronto absolutely relentless. And Justin Martin, nice pickup, battles for it, gets it up to his man. And now we have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, off a
What a play.
absolutely insane goal. I have a paused picture of this because this is nuts. So he jumps here, his foot is easily out. He's got like an inch or two. But right here, see the ball's across the line, I think, and he's in the air. And then finishes. Oh my goodness. That is going to be a short tomorrow.
That's called the scoop shot.
Yeah.
The scoop shot.
So they threw the flag because they did not call it a goal. This time, though, it's conclusive. They're able to see it. You get a great view from right here. You see he steps way, well in front of the crease there.
What a great angle that is right there. I thought he scooped it in all one motion. He was able to bring that up, get a cradle to put the ball in the sweet spot and take a shot.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. What a rebound pickup. And oh my goodness, what a goal. Dan
Emotions
Littner.
in motion right there. That's a great play by that kid.
Dan Littner. Wow, sir. That is, I think, I
that might be the Nora's Candy sweetest shot or sweetest goal of the weekend right there.
That was what I was thinking.
That was a very impressive. Like I said, the first shot, it looked like he scooped it in, and not at all. That was impressive.
Just a beautiful catch, gets a half a cradle, throws it in the net because you have to. You're not allowed to just whack it in. And then Schreiber just unloads. You can see he sees just a little bit of daylight.
He's a step inside the restraining line.
Oh my goodness! Look at Bushi though with the screen. Gets up on him when they switch. Schreiber looks at him like, okay, I'm going to shoot this. Bushi's breaking in for the rebound in case it comes out, and it doesn't matter. He doesn't need it.
Important face off, and didn't get it when he needed it.
That's what I'm talking about all the time, except for.
They got over and back. They robbed him and over and back, huh?
No, actually, I think they said he jumped or pushed or something. I didn't even. Hang on, we could rewind it. If only we had a way to do this.
That was very late on the whistle then, if it was a move too early.
Oh, no.
They're scrumming. They're running hard. That's got to be an over in the back. Over and back as far as that goes. I think.
Or it might have been the little. I think there was a little cross check high.
Was there?
In there, and they just gave him a push. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I think they're calling him an over and back.
Yeah, which I think
they had possession.
Yeah, that's true. One guy had to give to. Yeah.
Yep.
So over and back. Here we go. Leclerc coming in, gives it to Stotts. Stotts. Oh, we've seen it how many times?
Wide open. That backside was so wide open.
The announcers are like, "Oh yeah, this game feels like it can go to overtime. The ball's on its way over." Leclerc
just missed it.
There it is, just off the top. Oh crap! And he wisely
takes a shot while you got it.
Right, takes a shot while you got it, but he doesn't just rifle it down there as the defenseman, as that guy's running back.
There's Baptiste getting the draw and coming down getting a quick ripper.
And again, this great on Baptiste to get this draw. You've got 32 seconds left, which doesn't sound like a lot of time. But as you're driving down here, as soon as you start getting the D to collapse, you've got some of the most potent offensive players in the world standing around you. Oh, man. And credit to Toronto's defense, though, not letting them pick it up. Nice loose ball pickup. And here he comes, and they basically at this point are like, "We're good."
We did enough. We did enough.
Yeah, no, that was a
Huge weekend
huge game.
for the Rock. That was a huge comeback by the Seals, but not enough.
Well, the problem is you tried to come back. It's tough to come back against these teams.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got an all-world goalie in Rose. You put 13 goals on him. As far as not enough offense for the Seals.
Yeah, it. I don't know. It's hard to say not enough offense when you get 13 goals.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
the
think
other team had 15. Not enough offense.
that's true. I mean, I would just look at it more as let's keep them closer to 10 next time and not let them get 14. I mean, the empty netter, I guess. Yeah, we count it, but yeah, that Schreiber goal at the end too, man. That's tough.
It
And
is.
he's another young goalie. He's been playing great. He's getting better all the time. Uh, and oh boy, speaking of goalies, we got to talk about it now a little bit more with Vince. So that game, it was an overtime. Uh,
Loss.
it was an overtime loss, and the goal is controversial.
I'm not. I show me. Do you have the?
I'm looking for it right now. Somebody posted it because it had they were talking about is this a goal or not with Vancouver, and they scored, and basically they thought Buffalo should have won because of that.
Would they have somebody in the crease? I'm trying to think.
No, it's whether or not the ball crossed the goal line because it's under the goalie, so you can't really see it.
Trying to think. I watched that game as well.
I did not watch this game. But here comes the highlights. There's Byrne, gets him on the board. Aiden Walsh, though, playing instead of Aaron Bolden. Walsh, they kept him in the whole game, I believe. As I was looking through the highlights, I did not see Bolden in any one of them. But Charlene Beatty's looking good. But that's Shanahan. Ugh. I mean, really, though, there was nobody on him either. You got to get out. I know they're down a man in there. You're playing the man down. But there's another one. You really watch
That's
your
2 goals in a row right there. He didn't even move for either one of those. Not even no motion. You got to make some motion.
Yeah.
Nice knockdown. Nice save though.
Yeah. Walsh looking good. That's why I said they have a couple clips of him playing pretty good. Charlene Beatty's playing great. He's been on the board a couple times already, and then that's a beautiful feed up to Martel. On that play, you really can't blame the goalie. But
Right.
I mean, even it's not that Shanahan's playing bad. He's just not Matt Vince. They're so used to Matt Vince that that's what you expect. You instead of giving up 2 or 3 goals you wish you had back, you're giving up 4 or 5 goals. But Nanakoke,
Nice spin.
well, it's
Inside
nice to
spin.
see he's looking like Nanakoke again because he has not looked like him that much this year. And there's Buchanan, beautiful little fake. Yeah, just fake short side, then dumps it back over the top. But again, Vancouver on the power play. Buffalo takes a lot of dumb penalties.
A lot of dumb
Look at him
penalties.
patting himself on the stomach. He says, "That one's me. That one's me." He knows. He's like, not much I can say about that one. But right there, it's tough to blame the goalie when you let a guy walk through the middle of your net.
Come right through the.
I think Matt Vince has hid Buffalo's defensive problems.
Well, they take. Yeah, that's bad though. That's something he's got to have those saves.
You say that, but watch this, Paul. Watch how many guys are in front of the net not getting touched. Right now, you've got one guy in front. They're thinking about touching him. But look at this guy coming around the corner. Nobody's touching him. The guy gets the shot off. Somebody's got to save one of those, be on somebody instead of trying to play goalie.
Yeah,
but maybe that's because they're trying to play goalie because that's the way it is. Paul, as soon as you get a chance to post a schedule, Josh would like it posted so that way he can block off a couple of Yeti games.
Absolutely. I know we are starting whether we're playing the first weekend in June, but first week of June is when we're able to start playing. So we're definitely looking for a couple extra games to fill in with, and we're working the schedule. We have stuff that we
got a big announcement coming out tomorrow for the tournament that may or may not be happening in the near future. So
Which tournament? Oh, are you serious?
you know about it.
No,
Yes, you do. We've already
I
talked
do.
about it. Yeah, they just changed
Okay.
the dates of it.
Again?
No, not again.
Okay.
We're making an official announcement about it tomorrow.
Okay.
It
Oh,
hasn't been
sweet.
changed
I
again.
was like,
Yes.
no.
No. It hasn't been changed again. Beautiful
Okay.
shot here. No, we're making it official tomorrow. We're gonna
Okay.
yeah, I'm meeting with everybody in the morning. We're gonna make a video, and it'll
Beautiful.
be posted tomorrow evening.
Awesome.
Great Dane
Excited
doing what
about
Great
it.
Dane does.
How many times that's finally, he
Look at the
needs
score
to,
right now, though. Look at the score
I
right now.
know. In the second,
Yeah.
8-3, 8-4 now. Vancouver came to play. They're in their house. They got the champs there. They're just taking outside
Now
shots.
now they got Orleman in. But New York got rid of Orleman, and Buffalo picked him up. I don't know. I feel like I hate talking smack about goalies, but man,
I know. There's a reason why they're in the position they are. But man, some of these things,
Well, the
these
problem is
kids
you
look
have to
like
be
they should be
exceptional
had.
if you want to be a playoff team. Look at that, though. Kluche is a beast.
He's doing good stuff.
Just plows his way through it.
Nanotope takes a shot there. They called it.
But it didn't matter because
It didn't matter because of the goal. Yep.
Yeah, would have been a 5-on-3, but Kluche, beautiful job. He's strong. So Buffalo looks like climbs their way back, and oh, Josh Byrne.
Looks like Air Buffalo's going to town. The last 3 goals there.
Yeah,
They're
I mean
finding their
they
way.
caught right up at 7-9 now, but nobody on them.
Dancing in front.
Yeah, you're gonna see a case again of everybody trying to play goalie. Look at
Look at that back door. So
you
wide
have
open, too.
1, 2, 3, 4 Buffalo guys all on that strong side.
Yep.
If that pass goes behind the net, it's his easily. He's
That's with
already
the goalie
he's
stepping
already
out, too.
breaking to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then nobody touches him. That's why you can't have 5 guys on the strong side. I'm telling you, I think Matt Vince has just covered up Buffalo's defense. I've been watching their defense, and a couple times this year, I've been like, whoa, they've got some great players, but man, do they make some dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
Very emotional team.
Yeah.
They get carried away with that. They overreact to things, but then you see Vancouver started pulling back away again, and Buffalo said, no, here we go. Did you see what he just said there?
No, I did. I seen his lips moving, but I looked down at his
He
stat.
very clearly said something. If anybody else would like to rewind it and watch what he uttered, I don't think it'll, not that we make a lot off our monetization, but that'll disqualify us.
We don't want to
immediately.
be. We don't want to be flagged. No flags.
No flags thrown. But yeah, so Buffalo, they started coming back, and I believe they call. Oh, that's a nice goal.
Jeez.
But you're going to see a Buffalo goal coming up here that they think should be a Buffalo goal. I think they called it no goal, and it's under the goalie, and they're not able to overturn it. But yeah, I'm going to be watching this game tomorrow while I'm clipping some other stuff because I just can't believe. I really want to see do you think it's the goalie or is it the Buffalo's defense? What a move by Byrne. Oh my goodness, he's so good.
Fake shot, slips through, lets it rip.
Yeah. No, Buffalo's offense is, I don't think, the problem. Yeah, they've had some inconsistent nights, and Nanekoke was hurt. Now he's back. Things appear to be going better, but I mean, again, they're playing Vancouver. They should be scoring this many goals. But look, they've got 50 shots already. Vancouver did. There was originally 4 minutes, but then Buffalo decided, hey, we're going to turn it on and try to play and make a game out of this. But
That's why that's what they do. That third period has killed them all season long.
Yeah, that's McCloskey. Just absolutely stoked. So the controversy was that I'll see if I can search it, but yeah, it was impressive. I really think OJ called it too. He said Buffalo's not going to make it. So next time, I don't think Owen's on right now, but if he was, he would tell us. Yeah, he said it. He said he doesn't think Buffalo is going to make the playoffs.
Make the dance. They're not going to make the dance.
Yeah, and it's like, ooh.
Especially if they don't have a goalie. If Matt Vince isn't there, it's That's a huge, huge, as you're seeing in that goal right there, that game right there. They destroyed the Buffalo goalies.
Yeah. Right here.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I do remember this one. I thought it crossed the goal. The goalie was behind GLE, and it hit him in the chest. I
This
do
is
remember that one.
Box Lacrosse Breakdown. He does an excellent job. See, I don't know, because that view they just showed from the back, you don't see it go.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a tough
that one
call.
right there did.
Look at there's the black line. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There's the ball right there. Isn't it?
No,
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
inconclusive.
Inconclusive. Not going to count.
You want to know what? That's probably the best call,
Either
just
way,
because
Buffalo, get it together.
get it
You're
together.
playing
Yeah,
Vancouver. They're the worst team in the freaking league, basically. What are you doing? I mean, honestly, how can you be defending champions and then this is what you have the next year? 50 shots on goal with 5 minutes left, too. I mean, yes, you want to blame a new goalie, and I get you get spoiled with Matt Vince, but at the end of the day, the defense has got to step up and help the goalie out a little more. And
they
if
got
he's
to play
playing
a
that
much
bad,
better defense. Yeah,
yeah, and
much better
if he's
defense.
playing that bad, you got to do better. And then to leave it to one goal at the end, man, they have not played good. When you look at, I mean, they're playing Vancouver, and yes, Vancouver's better, and there's a lot of parity in this league, blah 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 blah. But really, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you're going to play like that, you're not going to make the playoffs, Buffalo. You're going to be on the outside looking in.
They got to step up. That's for sure. It's time to play. It's game on at this point.
It is. If we started the playoffs today, Buffalo's not in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, they are. I thought somebody posted that they wouldn't make the
Yeah, I
playoffs.
seen it earlier. They were in number 10th. I thought
Yeah, that John
they had them
Denver's
in
full of
10.
shit. It must have been the power ranking they were talking about because according to this, when you go by the win percentage, which is oh wait, they break it down funky with points, so maybe they're behind Calgary because they're right at the bottom, right?
For points. Let's see here. I'm on
No, yeah,
standings.
I would see. Oh, because the Riptide beat them, and the
The
Riptide
Riptide
have
beat them.
5 wins as well.
Yep. The
So the
Riptide are
Riptide
in right now.
would be up above them, and then I don't know how you would decide Calgary and Buffalo. Ooh, but
It's going to be a battle to the end. That's for sure. Who's
yeah,
got the better? Does Philly come out of nowhere?
I don't think so.
Well,
I
how about
th-
Rochester?
they
Does
could.
Rochester have enough in the tank?
I
Who goes on the run? Is there a special run this year? And which team is it? You guys asked last week. I said the Tide, and that lost. That I think.
I still think the Riptide are. I think they just played, Albany, who's one of the better teams, and they played. They're playing the top teams right now. They're in a tough part of their schedule. I think things are going to get better for New York. I think
Yeah,
they show a lot of bright spots. I would definitely. But when here, this is a what I wanted to look at. This is their biggest problem. Goals against. Them and Colorado are both way up there. New York's got a pretty good defense. Dunkerley's been playing good, but you couldn't expect Dunkerley to stay as hot as he was the whole time. I think that's Rochester's biggest issue too, though, is their goals against.
right.
They gave up too many. Their defense isn't quite good enough. Their offense, it seems like they don't always hold the possessions long enough. They give up a lot of. They'll leave the defense stranded for spurts. Although when Connor Fields is passing, and they had some gorgeous jerseys. We got to look at those real quick. We're gonna look at a
The
couple
blue.
highlights.
I didn't see a lot of it, but they did look. I thought Albany was going to come out with
I got
Marvel.
I gotta say I was a little disappointed that they didn't have a Marvel jersey like the rest
Yeah.
of them did, but
Well,
I think it's got to
Desert
be
Dogs
cost
didn't
though because
either.
most of these guys they can probably auction them off. Albany's not there yet
Right.
as far
Right.
as being like after the game. Although I wouldn't imagine Panther City could either. which is
They go
probably
for quite a bit of money. You seen some of the prices the Bandits are getting for their jersey?
oh the Bandits. The Bandits have their fans hook,
Nuts.
line, and sinker. They've got a cult. It's a Bandit cult. It's not even really the Bandit Land fans. There's a freaking cult up in Buffalo that happens to follow box lacrosse. Is what they've picked, and they worship the Bandits.
It is good stuff. It's a great place to watch a game. If anybody's out there and gets an opportunity, Bandit Land is definitely.
Well worth a hotel. It's well worth going out there.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, we don't need to qualify that. Vancouver is basically the worst team in the league. Yes, they are. But they Rochester came out flying in this game, and check out those jerseys. They were gorgeous. They had a big Groot in the middle of it.
Do me a
with the,
favor, throw it on
oh,
on the screen.
I thought I had that screen. You're the
Well,
best.
that
Paul.
Yeti looks pretty good in white. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Got some blue in there.
No, they do. They're white with blue. See, so we fast forward here a minute because
were they Aquaman?
We're not even 20 seconds. They have, it's a weird blue, but they have all kinds of stuff on it. All the heroes are on them. You gotta wait till they'll give us a close up. It has a ton of them. Their jerseys were on social media too. If you go check out their stuff. But yeah, just a gorgeous Groot's on the back.
Is Uncommon Fit do NLL jerseys?
Uncommon Fit does the Phillies.
Okay.
See, there's the Groot. That's when you see it pretty good. There's Iron Man. I don't know who she is. Yeah, it's Baby Groot on the tail. We will get a slightly better view, but Rochester just came out storming. I honestly think Damoud was just, he had just gotten, they played a very good game against San Diego. San Diego's got a high power offense. They scored a lot of goals. Rochester came out flying. They were rested. Excuse me. This was the doubleheader for Panther City.
Panther City, yep.
And really, they score here, but it was, where are the Panther City fans? And I tell you, they started doing good when they do better. There's so much correlated with that. These guys like to, a lot of fair weather fans aren't buying tickets when the teams aren't winning. And honestly, as long as they play hard and give you a good show, I'm there. I want to see some good
and that's
lacrosse.
at the entertainment level. That is bad. There's no fans there.
No, they're struggle bussing hard.
Are they going to be the next team to do some traveling?
They very well may be. There's a little bit better shot of the jerseys. I don't know. Everything's glitchy. Yeah, ESPN Plus was driving me a little nuts this weekend.
Well, it looks good on the YouTube. I'm watching it on YouTube and able to check out their jerseys a little more than
watching it through our stream here. Yeah. That's always tough. It doesn't do the bandwidth because we're sending it out to YouTube. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a little, Paul.
That happens. I don't want. We're multitasking here, Greg.
It's impressive that we even had this many games covered. I started covering this game, and then me and you talked, and you said San Diego, and I picked the wrong San Diego game. So you wanted this one. But look at this Ryan Smith goal.
Great goal. Effort is there.
What a screen by Gilray, too, though. Just boom. Oh, my goodness.
I think the Yeti get more fans than what they got there.
You would be very close. Especially
Josh, you got to get up here this year. We got some new things. Fay Farms. We got frisbees are going to be flying.
Flying frisbees, I like it.
Flying frisbees from Fay Farms. It's going to be a great year.
Yeah, but all right. So, which team, without looking, Paul, has the most goals this year?
Which team most goals without looking? I'm saying that you're looking at. It's got to be the Rock.
They're close. Rocker in second. Halifax Thunderbirds. 60 goals.
They're lighting it up.
Their problem is
W's, though?
the goalie, the inconsistency with their goalie play. When Warren Hill's on, he's good. They had that one game where their backup came in, Hutchison, and he looked good, but then he came out the next game and looked awful, and it was not good. When Warren Hill's on, he's on. If he can get hot towards the end of the year, Halifax is a contender. Without that, I don't know if I honestly don't know if Halifax is going. Do you consider Halifax a serious contender for the
I do.
championship?
As far as they got a solid team. Like you said, it comes down to Hill making some of those saves that you think he's going to make, and they squeak through. Or he has a three save burst, and all of a sudden they come down and they let one ride, and it gets under his elbow. But yeah, he's there. I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta say, especially they're going to do something in the playoffs.
Who's going to finish higher, Halifax or Georgia?
Swarm look good, man.
That's a tough choice. I like Halifax. I think their defense is a little better.
Well,
But
if you're
Dobson has
looking
been
at it,
on
their
fire.
goalie is definitely he's ahead of Warren Hill.
Yeah, no, Dobson has been good. Dobson is. I have watched quite a few Dobson games, just because I've become a big fan of him. All of a sudden, watching him play, he's very exciting. I talked a little smack on him earlier in the year too, and then I felt bad because I was like, oh wait, these guys are really good. As far as Dobson has made some beautiful, beautiful plays.
He's definitely letting the offense get the rock and get it down to Thompson, and he's playing an incredible pace right now as well. So is Bomberry. The Swarmer definitely.
The Swarmer swarming.
Yeah.
Their offense gets quiet sometimes. When Lyle's quiet, their offense gets quiet.
Well, that's how most of these teams take a look at the Tide with Teat, Rochester with Fields, Buffalo. Dane Smith, he's getting assists, obviously assists are goals, but definitely you need the big Great Dane to start scoring for them.
Yeah, Dane he hasn't been scoring really. It's been a rough year for Buffalo. I hope they make it. I think it's good for the NLL when Buffalo's in. It's cool when they show it. They've got a sold out crowd. It sucks watching a playoff game or a championship game.
Well, you want to know what that's going to be cool is if come playoff time, I would love to see
right now
Buffalo
Toronto
have to come back down to Albany.
Well, Toronto and Buffalo would be playing right now, with Toronto being one and Buffalo sitting at the bottom, and we'd be playing Calgary, which hopefully we could get. Maybe they'd fly Owen with us from Calgary. They'd just throw him on one of their planes, maybe stick him in the bag or something. We could drag Owen down here, and then we could get a live show with Owen and actually get to meet him in real life. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Paul, I gotta say, you picked. Yeah. We talked about this, and you 100%, sir, have picked the right man for your pick, according to everybody else.
Nobody believed me.
I still don't.
You sat there and said, Jeff Teat.
I still don't. A lot of people say, they like his. Stamper picked him too. I just don't. I don't. He does get a ton of assists. He's a great help on the offense, but I'm a D guy, man. Goal scorers are streaky. You need a goalie. You need a goalie and you need solid defense. So it's tough. I think honestly the goalie should be your number one pick. But you're tough there too, because one goalie injury, you pick wrong, the guy gets old, the guy gets hit in the head one too many times. Who knows?
Well, you take Buffalo. There's a great example of Buffalo. They're defending champs, and all of a sudden their big dog goes down, and they're reeling. That reel is spinning quickly.
Ooh, yeah.
Quickly. And they lost 3 in a row. When's the last time Buffalo lost 3 in a row? There's a stat for you.
It's been a while. They're struggling hard. I think it was 2017. They did say it somewhere.
Did they say it?
No, I heard it. They are on a very, very bad streak. But here's an interesting stat for you. Turnovers. That's not caused turnovers. 51.
That's just somebody that 51. That's a lot of turnovers.
That's Jeff Teat. He's turned the ball over 50 times, and Dane Smith.
Now, is the turnover considered a shot on goal that doesn't hit goal?
No, I don't believe so. I believe a turnover is somebody caused the turnover. Either you intercepted it or somebody knocked it out of your stick, and then you lost possession.
Well, we got to find out, because I can't see where Dane Smith is getting stripped 50 times.
I think you'd be surprised.
You think so?
I think you'd be
I think
surprised.
I
Dane
gotta
Smith, you
believe
don't
that.
notice it because he might lose the possession, like he might turn it over for a second, but he rides hard and sometimes
He
gets it
rides
back.
hard, gets it back. Right.
But
I'd be curious, though. I'd
I'm
be
a
curious.
huge fan of this Connor Kirsch kid. Young man
He-
from, he's one of like the 9, what is there, like 15 Kirsch brothers, I think, that all play. They played at the Team USA.
Yes, they did. There was a bunch of them there.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 of them, and 2 of them are playing
There's a
right
couple
now.
still in college playing ball too, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
Yeah,
One
there's
down at Cornell.
one in Cornell, and I forget what the other one is, but yeah, and then you got one in Halifax, one in Vegas. That's been huge. But there's Dobson, Nick Rose, Alighieri, Dunkerley, Del Bianco. That's impressive.
It's impressive.
Oh, nobody wants to watch that loading blue screen of death as we're sucking all the internet. Holy shit. Oh, I just swore. Paul, it's 10 o'clock.
You got a flag on you.
Yeah, but I'm just laughing that it's 10 o'clock, Paul. We've been going
Yeah,
for
it's after 10 o'clock. It's
Yeah,
10:05.
10:05. We've been going for an hour and a half. All right, well, I'm going to turn it over to you. You say goodbye. Thanks very much to the sponsors. Check out Brandy Y Distillery. Either online, we've got the link in the description. Help them out. Help support the channel. Remember, support your local sponsors. Thank you very much, Paul Noecker. Without you, none of this would be happening.
Well, Greg Beecher, without you, none of this would be happening. And I can't say thank you enough in regards to Yeti Nation. Do me a favor, mark your calendars. June is coming very quickly. Great things are happening at the Nexus Center, Utica University Nexus Center, as I call it, the Igloo. And get ready. 2024 is upon us. If you're interested in getting signed up and want to try out for the Yeti, we start this weekend, March 10th. March 17th, and we're running it right straight through to championship in August.
And if you want to buy a suite, call Paul Noecker. Yeti Nation, thank you,
Yeti
everybody.
Nation, much love.
Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house, contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse, 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito, Hyundai, contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company, contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms, where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping.